Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here. Welcome back to another LEGO Marvel review. Today we're looking at set number 40343, Spider-Man Museum Minifigure Pack. And this has 49 pieces and retails for $18.99 Canadian and I think $14.99 USD. And be sure to stick around till the end of the video because I'm going to talk about what the plan for June is and actually what the next CMF series is and give a little bit more details about when and what is happening with that. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this set. If you didn't see the other review yesterday, you just grab it like that and the minifigure actually just kind of pops off on its own and you can just spill the contents and build. Alright, since this is a minifigure set, I figured we'd start with the actual minifigures of the set and then go over towards like the builds. And this is just the Spider-Man that you get from the Far From Home ones. I think that this is even the same as the Homecoming ones, question mark? I haven't looked too closely at it, but I'm pretty sure that it is. Really boring, and this would have been the perfect spot to have the black suit Spider-Man. Really disappointed with this minifigure pack. When I heard that this was happening, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this is so smart. They're gonna have the red one, and the red and black one. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Zip. But he does come with something cool. He has an alternate face print, or I guess different head actually. He has an other face print of his mask half up with him eating something. So I love that part of it. I think that's really cool. This reminds me, of course, from the first scene when he's talking to Happy on the phone from Homecoming. So it's really cool to get here. But besides that, I mean, if you haven't gotten him before, this is, of course, going to be the cheapest way to get a Spider-Man figure from the MCU. So it's a good set, I guess, because of that reason alone. And it's a good figure. Like, the detail here is fantastic. It's just, if it was the black one, it would be so much better, and I think that everyone would buy this set regardless of the price. I hear a lot of people complaining because it is a little bit more expensive than the other minifigure packs, so yeah, it's cool to get him, and if you haven't gotten him, get him now. And Spider-Man actually has a little stamp piece attached to a dish piece with webbing printing on it, which appeared in a bunch of other Spider-Man sets, so it's not very rare there, but it's a cool inclusion in the set. Here is Ned and his best friend from, of course, from the Spider-Man movies. And to me, it doesn't really look good. I'm going to get a lot of hate, but face looks really cool. Could have used a little bit, maybe extra few lines on the face for his more body features, I'd say. Torso doesn't really work. I've never really seen him wear that shirt. And yeah, this is just actually the Harry Potter torso. Exact same one from the Whomping Willow, I believe, is the set. And, of course, just the hands are to match his skin color. So, a little lazy there, but the hairpiece is pretty cool. Taking that off, though, you've got this cool facial expression, which looks more like him than this, I would say. So I think that's pretty funny that his, like, scared expression is better and closer to the real Ned. Here is Maria Hill from Far From Home. And I don't like this figure at all. She uses the Bruce Banner torso, which is lazy, and she also has the face of Rose Tico from The Last Jedi, so that's really boring and lazy. Don't care for this at all, so she has no new prints. At least with Ned, he had a new face print, but here is just Rose's face there. And it doesn't really make sense to me. They don't really look alike, so I'm really happy that I still have the one from the Helicarrier. Could probably do a comparison in another video, getting closer to Homecoming. Sorry, I keep doing that. When getting closer to Far From Home, we'll have another comparison video looking at the two of them and a couple of other main characters from that. So, meh character. But yeah, I like that she has the little pizza there. Pretty cool. I would have preferred literally anyone else than this. I would have preferred Mysterio in here with his helmet off than her. Just, it's really dumb, really boring, and she could have just been thrown into the Stark one, because this feels like just like the Happy Hogan, where it's just a reuse of a bunch of boring pieces that we can get literally in any other set. Here is one of these side builds, and this is actually just a little armor stand, because it's called a museum minifigure pack, and we know from the Funko Pops that, like, MJ is holding a mace, like a medieval mace, so I guess that at some point they go to a museum. And here is, it's pretty cool. This is an old piece for the helmet. What I think is interesting is that they're using the ice cream pieces in black as the stands there. You could see that on the side. I don't think that works really well because you can rotate the breastplate really easily, but the helmet for some reason is the only thing that actually sticks on really well. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why they chose to use that piece, but I think it's a little too wobbly for that. But other than that, it's a cool inclusion, and it does make it feel like a museum, I guess. Here's just a little jewel museum case, and it's pretty interesting. If you don't have the light blue diamond, it's a cool inclusion. I always remember wanting these pieces as a kid because I had like a jewelry store from the classic Spider-Man 2 set that had a jewelry sign, so I always wanted them to show off jewels like this. So it's cool to get this piece in cheap, and yeah, if you don't have that diamond, that's pretty cool. Alright, here is the drone. Not quite sure who this belongs to. I'm guessing it's the same person whose drones appear in the Stark Jet set. It could be Shields, but I don't have any idea. It's pretty interesting. It just stands on the little STAP stand. STAP is one of the Star Wars vehicles, if you don't know. Yeah, it's a little cool build with the Exoforce arms there, and the little propellers that do spin, of course. It's just hard to keep up there. So yeah, it's cool, little light on the front. Definitely interesting, very simple. I actually like the design of this better than the ones that come in the Stark Jet set, but you'll hear my thoughts on that when I do reviews of the sets closer to the release of the movie. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is the Spider-Man Far From Home Museum minifigure set. I think that this is it's good, not great. My biggest complaint, I guess, that I have with this is that you are paying more, of course, because it's a license thing. But really, who are you paying the licensing for? It's not for Maria Hill here, because she's not licensed, I don't believe. Ned's not licensed. The only person is Spider-Man. So you're paying extra for this pack, and you get some good builds, I guess, but you're only getting 3 figures. I guess you're getting 4 heads, which is interesting, but I'm looking around here at the other minifigure sets. The Ninjago one has 59 pieces, and the Fun at the Beach one has 45. And in this set, you get 49 pieces, so 4 extra pieces in this set. Ninjago has more. I'm not sure what the city one has, but to me, it's really disappointing. Especially because that Maria Hill is very lame. That Ned figure from the top down looks really boring, and it's not even the black suit for Spider-Man. I don't know, like, I don't know. I like the idea of this. Don't get me wrong, I am so happy that Marvel is finally doing something like this, because if you look back at the past, DC has had a ton of those accessory packs with the Lego Batman movie, the Nightmare movie Batman pack. It's just, I'm happy that Marvel's finally doing something, so I can't really complain. But, again, it's not the black suit, and this would have been such a big seller if it was, and would have actually made my top 10 list of Lego sets that I wanted for summer of 2019. So if you haven't seen that video, it's linked at the end. And if you want to be sure to keep up with the daily content on the channel, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It really helps a lot because supposedly the YouTube algorithm is changing this week, so it'll really help out the channel, and I really appreciate it if you did enjoy the video. And tune in later this week for some more Marvel set reviews. Today we're also going to be looking at the X-Men Sentinel set, and then on Sunday the Marvel Superheroes series will be releasing. So yeah, and I just want to say what is going to be happening on the channel for the month of June. The plan is to do a lot of Disney content for the release of Toy Story 4 with a CMF series, kind of coinciding with that later on in the month, getting closer to the movie. And as well, on June 16th or June 17th, the Marvel Superheroes series will be releasing. That's the one that you actually all voted for. And that's just kind of going to coincide with the release of X-Men Dark Phoenix, which is releasing this weekend, which is the end of the X-Men saga, which means that we're also going to be taking a look at some of the older X-Men sets that we've done. We did that yesterday with the X-Men Wolverine's Chopper set, and we're going to take a look at the other one today later on, and we're also going to take a look at all of the X-Men figures in my collection as well as some customs, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.